Hi, my name is Missy and I'm a poet. I feel like in the past 6 months in particular, it's been very hard to say what I feel and even harder to write as a writer and truly feel like I'm authentically expressing myself with the current political climate. There is such a caustic atmosphere where every little word you say can be taken the wrong way, blasted across social media. I feel like I've really held back and not expressed myself like I normally would. So I've been going back over poems that I've written in the past and seeing how much of a volume of poetry that I have written in particularly tough times. Times when I was unemployed for years on end, times when we were at war with Iraq, had just gone over there, the housing crisis had happened, and now I'm kind of feeling like with coronavirus and just the murder of all the black Americans, just gonna say it right out. It's got me feeling more emotional than I've allowed myself to be in a long time. And as a mentally ill person, for me to actually feel anything with all the medications I'm taking, you have to really understand how much it takes. And we are just living in a time where there is so much awfulness occurring, and not being able to say how you really feel, in that climate, and being afraid of, some type of backlash or even violence against you, how harmful this is in society. And that I have always felt like the First Amendment is it's like the cornerstone. I think a lot of people in our country think that the Second Amendment is the cornerstone, the right to bear arms. But I've always been of the position that freedom of speech is just one of the most precious things we have, and then that includes protest, the ability to protest peacefully or otherwise. We have a right to say how we feel and demonstrate that. I have a long history of protest. I am pro choice. I have protested since I was a teenager, to keep those abortion clinics open, keep education coming for women. It really doesn't matter the issue, really, being able to speak your mind is the key to an authentic life. And, if I can't do that, I felt recently it's like, what is this life? Is it really worth living? And that is something I struggle with immensely as someone who lives with bipolar disorder, particularly with psychotic features. My life is a challenge. It's not the same as, everybody else, and living under the pressure of the current political climate, it has really just destroyed me. And I wanted to get out and start reading and reworking some of the things that I had written in the past. And I'm just one voice. There are a lot of great poets and writers out there, and I think it's great. They're going on social media, getting Twitter accounts, which I'm really bad at, but I do have one. But I wanted to add more of my spoken poetry online, especially now since we can't read in public with the coronavirus restrictions. I thought that I would make more of an effort to share some of the work, the body of work that I have done over the years. So today I'm going to read a poem called Any Other Day. This was written by me in 2006. That was at the height of the Iraq War. It was a difficult time for me. I had lost my career. Part of that was due to digitization. Can we say that? Like the machines taking over. So I had watched my career just be completely destroyed, and it took me a really long time to get past that. And to reinvent myself and to let go of that identity I had within that job that I had had. I'd worked in broadcasting most of my life. And this was a time of political upheaval, of poverty. But it's weird. I'm going to read this poem, and you can see the parallels between what the climate was like then under President Bush, and then here we are now in what I feel is like such a much worse place. That's all I'm going to say about it. This poem is called Any Other Day. On any other day in America, people work, shoot coffee into veins, prod themselves onto freeways, cell phones tethered tight. It is any other day to them, like every other day has been and will be, day after day. Except today is not any other day in America. Today is election day. You would not know it because the radio is silent. The television doesn't care. And the hashtags hide us cleanly. It is any other day in America. The poor push shopping carts of loss up broken concrete trails. You might trip, rip your pants, and swear, but you won't remember on election day. You are living for now, so after work has beaten you up, and you want a burrito for your troubles, as long as it was made in the USA by a Mexican who has no intention of moving up the ladder and pushing you out of the way, go home. Forget about voting. Forget about science. Forget about history. Forget about law. Forget about justice. Fuck democracy. Fuck freedom. Fuck patriotism. Fuck equality. And fuck all those people who died so you could have a voice. Sit on your lazy boy. Smoke legal weed. Drink your favorite White Claw. Gamble your working class wages down the proverbial toilet. Enjoy your square feet of peace while it lasts. Fish sticks taste good in a casserole, don't they? I like the 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift myself. I don't like the color of this purse because it doesn't match my face. This is any other day. In America, politics is for businessmen, radicals, and terrorists. It's not for you. So forget about election day. Primary, schmimary. Over half the world lives on less than $1 per day. If that doesn't bother you, nothing will. It is any other day in America, a country at war with itself and doesn't even know it yet. I'm Missy Rogers. Thanks for listening. Signing off here from Michigan.